another episode of Creating Magic. I'm Dani.
And I'm Paula.
Today we are here with Johnny, the collecting wizard.
What is up?
I'm so excited to have you on. And the other exciting thing is that as of tomorrow from release of this episode will be the worldwide release, non-pre-order extra hours of Hogwarts Legacy.
That sounded complicated.
It was very complicated. I didn't know how to word that properly.
You are good. Yes, it's almost that time for everyone worldwide to enjoy this game.
So you have had the opportunity, you were invited out by Warner Brothers to see this game before anyone else. And I know Paula and I watched your footage. One of us cried. It was not me.
Yeah, of course.
I don't cry all the time, okay? I just get really emotional when I see somebody who like really wanted something for that thing to happen for them. Like I just get I get very excited for my friends, okay?
Yeah, I definitely feel that because I saw the video as soon as I opened the video that you sent me in the DMs and you're just sobbing. I'm like, oh man, she's at it again.
I was a little emotional, and then you had that moment where like the little Ravenclaw student was sitting on the ground and you're just like, how you doing, buddy? Are you okay?
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's so Johnny.
He's all alone and he's just sitting there looking at the grass. I'm like, he's going through something.
Why don't you tell us a little about like your adventure out there? Because was that your first time in California?
That was definitely my first time in California. It was so crazy because I'm used to Florida, boring, flat, like land. And then, I traveled to Ireland and Scotland and seen all these amazing mountains. So then that's basically the Scotland. The way I could like kind of compare them is like that's the best version. I guess the best mountains that I've seen in America. But yeah, it was crazy adventure. Landed in LAX. I've heard horror stories about that damn place. So I was warned. I was prepped up for it. Left there. First thing I did, go to eat in In-N-Out burger.
In-N-Out.
Yeah. I'm like, I have to know if this is the hype is worth it.
It's not.
See, but I actually liked it. It wasn't that bad. I thought.
Let me preface,
good.
I don't like burgers, so.
Okay. Well,
you don't count.
There's one in Dallas, but so I drove by it a lot when I would do the Oklahoma City Dallas ride.
I had it in Vegas when I was there in December. It was good.
See?
It was worth the hype to me.
Yeah, I mean, this has been talked about. I mean, now that you got the games coming out and all of that, now I could kind of like little bits I could divulge into. This was talked about I remember getting the email come early December, telling me like, hey, we want to fly you out, this and that, like everything. And I remember it was such an out-of-body experience because I was literally like talking to my wife, drinking freaking wine, like talking about the new year, like all the goals that we have. Like I'm a very spiritual guy, so I'm like, oh, God is there. That like talking about all this. As soon as we clinged the freaking glasses, I just hear like, well, I've never had my phone on ringer, so like I just saw like a light flash. And I see the email, and it's this guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but this guy from Warner Brothers. And yeah, they invited me. I'm like, there's no way that this is even real life because I have been talking about this game before I was even on YouTube. Like I was like this game. I remember being on YouTube and just looking up on Google and YouTube like leaks to this Hogwarts game, this Harry Potter game, this next gen Harry Potter game, because it was leaked here and there, and we were just getting grainy footage of it. Then they said it was canceled, so I'm like, okay, this game is over. We move on to the next thing. And then I remember like driving home and just my phone buzzing all over the place. And I nearly crashed. I was crying. I was like I was an emotional wreck inside that car because I was like, there's no way that they just announced this open world RPG, like Hogwarts game, and it was insane.
I love that for you. Like, I love that you finally like seeing that come to life, and that it was before you were even on YouTube. Like,
Yeah, I was technically I was somebody, but I was a nobody at the same time. I mean, it was crazy. Just then I jumped on social media and jumped on doing the park stuff, then moved to Orlando, and it was still like in the back of my head, like this Hogwarts game. And to be invited to fly over there, we got tickets for me and my wife for Universal. We got paid hotel in Universal, going to the headquarters of Warner Brothers. Like,
yeah, what
that
was that like?
well, one, stressful because the security is top notch, and it's literally right in front of the Hollywood studio, the Warner Brothers studio tour. And I just remember, like, because I got an Uber with all the guys. Peter was there, and we all went over there together. And I just remember getting out of the Uber and turning to my left and seeing the freaking Warner Brothers water tower, like the famous water
Like
tower.
the Animaniacs water tower?
Yes, yes. And it was real life.
That's like my context is the Animaniacs in the water tower.
Yep, it's like Looney Tunes all over again. I was like, this is crazy. Like, I'm really here in this freaking place, and I'm about to play this game that's top secret right now for the first time ever. Like, we were the first people, aside from the developers, that ever played the game. Like, it was just mind-boggling.
What was like the feeling in that space with like just because I'm assuming all of you were kind of like in the same room but not near each other. At least that's what it looked like on your video.
Yeah, we were all, well, basically how it started, we walked up, went through security, went upstairs. We weren't able to like film anything because it's a huge, I mean, people work there. It's like these people are developing games for the future. And everything was blacked out. All the curtains were blacked out. And I remember, like, one of the main developers was like, "Oh, you can see Hogwarts from here." And I'm just like, you can see Hogwarts right from the freaking window where they're freaking developing Hogwarts Legacy. Like,
That's
talk
so
about
cool.
it. Talk about an inspiration. And yeah, they moved us into a board meeting room. We had a whole production or PowerPoint type of thing.
PowerPoint.
Yeah, sorry.
Presentation.
Presentation. Thank you. So this is why we need Paula here. Yeah, we did a presentation. Then they moved us into kind of like the gaming room. It was like, it's not even a room. It's like a whole like hall. But I had a person behind me, and I remember putting the camera and having to like zoom so close to my face. Like, I know no one will see this, but like you guys will. So I was literally like this.
Yeah.
And it was,
it's like the old people like selfie mode.
Yep. You know those times that you're gonna go take a picture and it's actually reversed and it's on your face and you're like, "Ooh, that was too close."
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly like that. And yeah, I remember, like, you could even see it on film that I literally said, like, I don't know what the heck to even say. Like, how do I even start this video? And out of nowhere, I just freaking scream. I'm like, ah! Like, I'm really like, it's like, that's crazy because we're like, they hit the recording button. I was there in that moment, and it was just like, it was definitely overwhelming, but I had to like stay focused and like, okay, gotta produce now. But yeah, that whole adventure, just we talked to some like the developers, the Boston. That was she was my favorite for sure because she's the one in charge of the lore, the Harry Potter lore, the Wizarding World lore, bringing it into the video game. So she could. You want to talk about Harry Potter books? That lady will run you out of the freaking ways. Like, she knows everything about the books.
Yeah. Wow.
She like studied it.
So did they have like any rules, like when you walked in, like things that you weren't allowed to show, or
oh god, yeah,
like,
or were there like parts of the games locked that you couldn't access?
Okay, so yeah, you guys are smart here. So there are okay, there are parts where things that we saw that we couldn't film
discuss or
we couldn't like, we were playing other parts of the game that we obviously couldn't show because it was a big portion of it was part of the main storyline, so they didn't want to release the storyline before the game's even out and people
that
have the
makes
chance
sense.
to. Yeah. So
I appreciate that.
we definitely played a good amount. Like for example, now that we're about to go, the embargo, by the time this gets aired, the embargo will be out. So the first mission that you do, we did as well. We were cut off in the middle portion, and we were then like, this dude who looked like some guy straight out of the Matrix came into the computer, brought his computer, like started typing a bunch of things. Green lines started forming, and I'm just like, I'm in the Matrix right now. This guy's hacking, and he just switched from like level 1 all the way to like level 19. You're already like fully, like your character was completely different. In wardrobe, you were in the, well, you guys can see because that second part where I just go into like the Quidditch pitches behind me, that's where they transitioned us into, and that's where you guys only see that first portion of the video. And it's because they just, we recorded where we played a lot more beforehand, but that was what we were able to show. So that's why as soon as I rotate, I just lose my. Is this a family friendly, or can we curse around?
You're allowed to curse.
Well, yeah. As soon as I switched over and I saw the Quidditch fit behind me, I just lost my shit. Like there is no chance. I did not expect the Quidditch pitch to be that big compared to you as a little person. Like the I guess the scale ratio is amazing. Yeah, it was just everything. Everything was just too hectic to put into words. As soon as I got on the broom, like that's the first thing I did is I literally got on the broom and like just started flying. You can see my emotions were just all over the place.
And testing your limits. You're like, how high can I go?
How high can I go, and can I swim?
I felt so bad for my handlers. I had like 2 guys watching me, and I was just like flying wherever I wanted to, running wherever I wanted. And they're like, whoa, we got restrictions. We got, this is the only area you could fly within. You can't go here. You can't go there. You can't show this. You can't do that. So it was stressful to say the least, but it was so like, you're trying to enjoy it, but you're also trying to like, it was hectic, but it was amazing. Again, wouldn't have traded it for the world.
I just loved how like so many I watched other people's YouTube videos too, and how some people saw some things that you didn't see. And like I watched you on that live the other day, and I was like, how everybody was like, oh yeah, you saw this, but I didn't see this. And the people that went into the boathouse and
oh my goodness, yeah. Like that's another thing that I was told we couldn't go into it. Other people got to go into it. Other people couldn't go this place, but other people got to, and it was hectic. But again,
like sneak peeks depending on who you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then when we were like, for example, just inside Hogwarts, you're running into whoever runs into you. So some people caught on to like famous names that are just strolling around and just say a comment, and you don't really notice because you're thinking, oh, it's just another random character. But people, like subscribers and all of that, they look and pause the video and they see the names that are just talking crap right next to you. And they see and they're like, oh, this is this person. The last name goes all the way to this person. I don't want to give too much, but there's if you're part of Slytherin, you will catch an amazing, well, not amazing because he's pretty bad, but a crazy name that dates back to the beginning of the founding father.
Oh, okay. We're ready now. We're ready.
Yes.
Do you think I think Paula and I were watching your video right around the same time, because the message I got was, a troll just threw him off the cliff. We are going to die.
Yeah. I was like,
we're like, he's on easy mode.
Yeah.
Johnny just got launched off a cliff. We are absolutely going to die in the first 2 minutes.
Yes. So I'll tell you exactly why I got launched, because they didn't teach us how to really fight they just went along, like they went
You
from
didn't get
level,
like the tutorial that most games start with.
yeah, they skipped the tutorial in the first mission completely. So as soon as we jumped into like level 19, your character's a fully grown level 19. Like you have spells that you've never even seen before, and you're just on the go. Okay, like they were teaching us as I was getting destroyed and getting swept off my
That makes me
freaking
feel a little
broom.
better, actually.
Yeah, no, it's the training is like very dummy proof. Is they're gonna walk you through like a toddler. Like it's amazing. And there's also an even easier version than the easy mode. There's a story mode. That's I just figured that out today. And there's a story mode that just focuses on like the story and doesn't really like make you feel like you're challenged in a way.
Like no side missions, just the storyline.
No. It has a story missions and it has the main actual missions, but it's just a difficulty level is more of like you're just here to experience the game and not to look for a challenge within your enemies.
Okay.
So the enemies are like baby proof, like you could destroy them pretty easily.
I don't want to play that way. That doesn't sound fun.
Minecraft in creative mode.
Basically, yeah, something like that.
I'm not a gamer. I'm learning new things.
No, someone asked me today in the DMs, like, is there like a no battle mode and just like you could just wander off without getting attacked? I'm like, I don't think so. I think if you go into the Forbidden Forest, you're bound to get attacked.
Spiders everywhere.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you should see the amount of crazy things in that forest.
We can't wait. Paula's already planning her Poppy cosplay.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And Professor Weasley. Did you see her thing? I was like, oh, I like that. I saw it on the video today. I was like, ooh.
Yep.
Hello.
Yeah, she's the second hand in command. She actually will take you under her wing around just your whole experience. She's like your McGonagall, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Cute. I love that. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to like die very quickly too. But yeah, I'm like so excited to play that I'm like, do I have to call out sick? That's why I had asked you about the time. Like I was like, what time can I play? What time am I sending my kids to bed?
Oh yeah.
Because the PlayStation's not mine, it's Lennon's. So and he plays Madden 23 all day long. That's all he plays. So
you gotta be
I
like,
need him to go to bed so I can play.
You need to reset all your clocks in the house. So you can send them to bed earlier.
Oh my God. I saw a TikTok about that. Like these parents that like they're like doing the countdown for the new year and
Netflix
they're like
has been made for that.
Yeah.
They're like, Happy New Year. Oh my God. It's like actually like 7:00. Just putting them to sleep early.
So let me ask you a more like channel wise question. Like what type of content are you gonna put out regarding the game? Are you gonna like follow like a storyline? Or are you gonna do like missions? Like how are you splitting it up?
So right now I'm in the process of I have a couple of videos already done, but I am doing story of just like, for example, I can't even like I don't want to give out too much, but basically like first day in Hogwarts, and it has like a couple of like missions of that, and that's compressed into one video. And it's your first day, you're getting sorted, you're going to your first classes and stuff like that. So that's gonna be one video. Spoiler alert for everyone listening. And I'll have like other things that are more like broad, and people will definitely want to watch it even though they're not into the game storyline. So for example, like a full tour or like a walking tour with me describing everything of the common room in Slytherin house, because their actual common room is underneath the Black Forest. Oh, sorry, not the Black Forest, the Black Lake.
Yeah.
And you see like fishes swimming past you and all of that.
That is so cool.
Can you access other common rooms or just your house?
So I'm glad.
Good question.
So have you ever seen I know you have, but when Harry took Polyjuice potion?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's
I hope the answer is yes.
So that's all I can tell you pretty much.
Noted.
But yeah, they actually like I went all around to all all three of the other rooms, common rooms, and they tell you like what to do or like what spell or what phrase you have to say and so on and so forth to get in. But yes, you can't just show up with a Slytherin robe into the Hufflepuff room and be like, "Hey, I'm cool with Paula. Can you let me in?" But yeah, like I've gotten lost in the freaking castle so many times. It's crazy.
I'm gonna absolutely get lost. Yes. I can't even play Animal Crossing without getting lost, and it's pretty small. I used to leave stuff when I was playing like hardcore.
You Hansel and Gretel it?
Yeah, because I couldn't find my house. Or same thing like when I was big into Minecraft for a little while, and I would do that too. Like I would leave like bricks and stuff so I could find my way back home.
Oh my god, to retrace your steps.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, I'm old. I don't play these things. I played Minecraft first because that's what Jude wanted to play. So I wanted to know like what it was about so I could help him if he needed help. And then I got addicted to it and then I wasn't sleeping. But yeah, I was definitely leaving like a trail.
Well, on the plus side for you, Paula, there's a thing for like, you have seen it, but the flue powder, like green flames, they're all around the castle, so you could fast travel via flue powder all around the castle. Yeah, so you don't have to actually walk to places. You could just teleport.
That's cool. So yeah, I like that.
What system are you playing on?
I am playing on the Xbox Series X.
Okay, and then when you went to California, were you PC?
That was PlayStation. That's another reason why I was having a hard time. I've played PlayStation multiple times, but that was years ago. I've been an Xbox console player for a while. So when they're telling me press X, my X is on the square button in the PlayStation. So that was very hard to get accustomed to. The left and right bumpers, theirs is RB, ours is L1, L2, R1, R2, ours is LB, LT, and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Left top, left bottom.
Yeah.
This is the specific reason why I'm currently playing an easy game on the PlayStation, just so I can reorient myself with the controllers.
Yeah. I could only imagine for PC players, but yeah, it's an amazing game. I can promise you that.
But I think people who play games on PC, they're so used to like how everything works with like a keyboard or like
they have the proper system.
Yeah, and they I think it's like kind of like you're used to playing on Xbox or whatever. So the PS5 came like it was foreign to you, but for like PC users, I think that they'll be good. I'm always impressed when I see somebody play something on a PC.
The finger action.
I couldn't play. Well, like to give you an example of Minecraft thing, I couldn't play on the computer. London though, she's like,
oh my!
I'm like,
I would be lost because I also use a Mac. So like going back, I'm just like,
Yeah, I've always been a console player, and funny enough, I have a freaking PC and everything, but I got it on Xbox just because it's a lot simpler with like the game capturing and everything.
Yeah.
For me, I know a lot more people are gonna freaking be like, "Well, it isn't for me."
It's because it's what you're used to, and I feel that it makes it cool that it's gonna be like on almost every type of platform. You know, it's gonna be on PC, on Switch, which I'm very interested to see what that's gonna be like too. Because I'm assuming that, like, graphic-wise, it probably will not be as
it's not PC level, but I'm so glad that they made this so broad to like everyone could have the game.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to like go out and buy a freaking Xbox or a PlayStation. You could, if you have a PC, you could work with that. If you have a Nintendo, you could work with that.
Dani was this close. She's this close to get a PS5.
No, I was not. I was not.
She was just
I
angry.
I was angry because I was like, oh, I want to, I just can't do it because my PS4 is new. It's like I got the PS4 when the name was like when the game was like officially announced. It's coming, it's going. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna get it. And then of course a few months later they're like the 5's coming out now, and I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
My PS4 was my
It's like
COVID
me.
buy.
I had pre-ordered it for Xbox, and then Lennon said he wanted a PS5, and Lennon never asked for anything for Christmas. He's like the hardest person to buy a gift for. So when he asked, Hansel was like, "We're gonna buy a PS5," and I was like, "He never asked for anything. This is what he's getting." So I was like, "Forget it. I'm just gonna switch my pre-order to PlayStation because really I don't play a lot of video games."
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "I'll just switch it and deal with it."
No, and for PlayStation, since it is like kind of like not exclusive to PlayStation, but they have a partnership with PlayStation, so they have an exclusive Quest, which
I
is
know the haunted one, which
yeah.
I'm terrified already. I have to play with
I
all
watched
the
that
lights on.
trailer. I watched the trailer today. I was like, oh, I'm low.
Did you get to do that, Johnny?
You gotta play with the lights on.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be like,
so that mission I did not. So today was the first day that I visited Hogsmeade, and it was so freaking awesome because like you see Honeydukes, you see Ollivanders, you see Zonko's joke shop, and all these places that for example, for us in Orlando, Zonko's is not technically Zonko's, it's just part of Honeydukes and like the building. So to walk in there and see freaking fireworks flying around, that's pretty awesome.
So cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Are you planning to like stream any of your gameplay throughout playing, or are you just sticking with the videos?
I'm doing YouTube, but then once I finish the main quest or the main storyline, I'll probably switch to like Twitch and just mess around here and there with what the game has. Because I'm telling you guys, today I woke up at 4 a.m. and that's when I got my code to play. And I filmed 3 videos, so that's not really too much of the game. I'm pretty sure people who have the digital code have already like freaking 10 missions. Yeah, 10 missions over me. So I'm like definitely take it super slow because I'm like I have to play and then turn off the Xbox, go like bring in everything on my iMovie, edit everything, send it out to YouTube, have it be perfected over there, and it's a long process. So I'm going as slow as a turtle.
How many hours did you play today?
Since 4 a.m. Since 4 a.m.
Until the nighttime?
Yeah, when you guys told me that we had this thing, which was about an hour ago.
Yeah,
I was just outside getting like something to drink because my video was still being loaded up on YouTube. So I was still technically working up until I literally laid down, and then that's when Dani DM'd me. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot. So I like started hooking up.
Dani forgot too.
I was playing video games in Disneyland.
So you played basically the whole day today.
Yeah, it's been a long day. It's been a long day, for sure. I mean, if you guys could see right now, I literally have like look, I have boxes still waiting to be opened from like freaking partnerships. I have cables. This is a fire hazard in here. Like if the fire marshal was to show up, they would close this place out.
I'd be like, you can't. Kim had asked me like, oh, when does the game, like when can you play? And I said, I think the 7th. And she's like, no, I just want to keep track of when you'll go into hiding for a month. Because she knows my Sims history. So she's like, I just need to make sure you can still keep your job and take care of your children.
What do you think people should know or do in preparation for playing the game?
Depending
like, is there like, I know like certain things you need to create accounts, linking accounts, or anything that like you think would be recommendations besides get your sleep beforehand and go to work?
Yeah, I have people that are taking off work specifically for this game. Like this is a like a worldwide event type of thing. But preparation, how I prepped was basically we had word that we might be getting the code sometime yesterday night, and I literally fell asleep early, woke up, code was there, ran over here in my underwear, and just started like putting things. I was putting on layers while I was running and putting the code in and everything, and that's my type of preparations. But for any normal people out there, um, you could go ahead and I know there's like Pottermore's and like Wizarding World accounts that you could connect. And for example, when you go to Ollivander's and pick out your wand, or the wand picks you at the end of the day. But in this theory, you do pick your wand, and you get to pick like the wood type, and you get to pick what core it has, and you get to pick how long it is. And there's different designs. Spoiler alert for anyone that doesn't know, but if you do have one of those accounts, you could just, connect it, and it's already set for you. You also could connect to your house and stuff like that, and it's automatic and everything. But basically, the game is, as soon as you get sorted, they ask you for like, oh, like there's something inside of you that we don't understand yet, and then they'll give you like the four main like, ambition is for Slytherin.
Bravery.
Yeah, loyalty.
Learning.
Yeah, loyalty, like things like that. So you kind of, I mean, if you are a Harry Potter fan, you kind of know, okay, ambition is Slytherin and stuff like that. But then, even then, though, like, okay, you're gonna be Slytherin, and then you get to pick if you want to stick with that or you want to switch it to something else. You definitely can.
What is your favorite gaming snack?
Oof. Okay, so what have I been eating today? So funny enough that you say that, I play with a gallon of water, like
nice. Okay, keep hydrated. We like it.
Always.
And mom and me giving you a thumbs up. Good job.
I don't even do snacks like that. Like if I'm like playing or editing or whatever, like, and I feel that I need to go on a break, I'll go outside and just look for anything around and just shove it in my mouth. Go back in here. Like I literally feel like this is like a cave for me. Just like at this
anything
point.
That's edible that'll get me through.
Yeah, literally anything. And yeah, that's how I've been doing it ever since.
With his gallon of water.
Yeah, I remember when like I didn't even have like for example, I wanted, since I'm Cuban, I'm used to like making all this weird concoctions, because in Cuba there wasn't really any type of normal food. So I coming here to the States, I was like, okay, what do we got? We got Lay's chips. I don't like Lay's chips, but I see vinegar and salt over there. I'm gonna make salt and vinegar chips. And like just
listen. Weird. You want to know the best thing ever? I'm gonna. They have salt and vinegar like seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy any chip and make it salt and vinegar. I'm just saying. Ooh. It's the best thing ever.
I got a question for both of you. So since we're talking about food now, what is the strangest or the weirdest combination that some people would deem to be weird, but you enjoyed at one point?
Like even like through childhood?
Oh, everything. Literally any concoction that you have made.
So it's no concoction, but I used to eat mustard sandwiches, just like 2 pieces of bread and yellow mustard. That was like my snack of choice. But if you want to know something weird about me, I don't like my condiments to touch my cheese. So there, now you know something new. Yeah, so like if I make myself a sandwich, my cheese is usually like in between the ham. If I make a burger at home, mm-hmm. I put the ketchup or whatever on the other side because I don't want it to. It feels weird to me, like my bread slides around.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's interesting.
So yeah, when I make peanut butter and jelly, I put peanut butter on both sides, jelly in the middle.
You'll see that throws off the ratio. I wouldn't consider it. It's not considered weird anymore. But at the time that I did it, it was weird. This was pre-Oreos coming out, the actual version. I used to always have Oreos in a jar of peanut butter. I still eat them that way over the peanut butter, because now you can get them where they're the Oreos with peanut butter icing in the middle.
Paula, what's up with that?
Listen, you know what Dani did to me the other day? I asked her. I said we were talking about snacks, and she said, "Oh, I think I'm gonna have pretzels with frosting." And I was like,
That's normal to me.
I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, pretzels and like frosting, like cake
Funfetti
frosting."
frosting.
I can see
And I was
that.
like,
Salty and sweet.
I'm in the kitchen, and I'm like, "Man, I have frosting. I would kind of wish I had pretzels so I could try this pretzel."
I am all about a sweet and salty snack.
I'll tell you 2 concoctions that I just got right now that I remember doing. Only did them probably 2 times. One time with the first one that I'm about to tell you. They're very weird. 100%. I agree with this analogy, but I wanted what was it? Oh my god, cereal. I wanted cereal. There was cereal but no milk. So I saw Coca-Cola with cereal. That I could 100% confirm that it was definitely weird.
Did it taste
That's
good?
a choice.
It was so weird because it was Frosted Flakes.
Ooh.
So they were great. And the second one was actually taught by my ex-girlfriend's dad, and he made like spaghetti but with no sauce, and he put ketchup as the sauce.
I'm Italian, man. I'm out. I'm out.
I had a feeling
when I was a kid, ketchup.
I am
it's-
my
disowned
mom,
if I ever even say that.
my mom is of Italian descent, and she was like, once these people came over from Italy, and she was like, "You cannot do this. Like, this is how I eat my spaghettis. Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't like sauce." But yeah,
I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
In
He
college,
showed-
the weird thing I did in college, I forgot about this, and then you mentioned cereal. They had 24/7 soft serve ice cream. So you would get ice cream, Rice Krispies, like the cereal version, and then they had the little things of peanut butter, and I would eat it that way.
You have a peanut butter addiction. I have noticed that. you definitely like anything with peanut butter.
Learn something new about Dani.
More so when I was younger, like I was addicted to Reese's up to about a year ago, and then I switched like straight over. I'm like, I'm done with Reese's. I want peppermint patties all the time.
Yeah, the only peanut butter I would ever eat is the peanut butter from Cuba. It's called like a turrón de maní. It's like this bar.
Oh my god! Yeah.
It's like super oily and it's thick and just amazing. That like every time I know a person's going to Cuba, all I ask is to bring a couple back. And they're always different because they never have like the same ingredients. So it's like always like opening up a batch of like mystery, but it always tastes good.
You're so funny.
I love that.
Let me see. I think I had a question about the game.
Yeah, we jumped off track.
That's okay. We're all about jumping off track.
It's all the time. Last week when we were recording, London walked in and was like, "You're being a little bit loud." And I'm like,
We got scolded.
Oh,
yeah, because they're actually on the other side of this wall.
Oh my God. So they can hear everything you're saying.
Yeah. So, okay. So now that you've played the game, do you? I watched you try to like kill everything.
Yep. Everything possible. Burned.
So
I almost burned the herbology classroom. Everything.
You really tried. A for effort. This whole like moral code thing, like where you can be as evil as you want. Is it like you could just like go around zapping students, or is it just in mission type thing?
In Hogwarts, there are spells in place in which if you saw my video where I tried zapping one of them while they were sitting down and it was just going through them. So friendly fire is definitely not a thing, or is a thing over there. So they don't allow you to hit any random students. You can't burn the hedge just because it looks like a dragon and it should be able to shoot flames out. You can't do that.
What do you have against plants?
They're flammable. You light them on
He's a
fire.
pyromaniac.
Yes, they
He really tried to burn the herbology room. Seriously.
I know.
any plant should be able, in theory, to catch on fire if you shoot enough flames at it. But apparently, in Hogwarts, there are spells for people like me, arsonists.
So then when... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Like, logically thinking, if Hogwarts existed and you gave a bunch of 11-year-olds wands, there better be some protections, or you're gonna have to build your school every other week.
Exactly. So yeah, there's definitely like, as far as what I've seen, you can't attack people, just random people. There are fights within Hogwarts that you could battle students and whatnot, but it's just on like certain grounds. So whenever you're like,
in the dueling club, or
in the dueling club, yeah, you could. That's probably the only time you could really fight inside Hogwarts. I know there's missions outside of Hogwarts, like within the school. It's still within the school grounds, but they're enemies at the end of the day. So you could battle them out and shoot killing curse at them and everything.
Can't believe they're letting you like unforgivable, just throwing out unforgivable curses.
Maybe they're not unforgivable yet.
Yeah. That's
this timeline is so far.
That's what they're talking about.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because we still don't.
It's like really... 200 years, right? Like,
it's the late 1800s, so we're talking 1890, maybe around there. I know that this is
like
probably
100 years before Harry Potter.
Just think about it. I believe Dumbledore is a first-year student.
Oh.
Don't quote me on it, but
did you try to find him and set him on fire and therefore ruin everything that was supposed to happen in the future?
He is not the chosen one. No, I'm kidding. There is no chosen one without Dumbledore. But no, I haven't found him yet, as far as I know. But I did find a special someone from the Salazar Slytherin clan. His last name is not Slytherin, but it is another famous family within that line.
Mm-hmm.
I think I posted about it, but very, very secretive about it. If you guys don't want any spoilers, you'll find out. There are also, if I guess we're gonna spoil some things out. It is a rumor because I haven't done it yet. But if you are a Slytherin, you might be able to go inside the prison of
the chamber.
Azkaban.
Oh, Azkaban?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But only if you're Slytherin?
I believe so, because there's certain I guess your house doesn't really like define who you are, but that house does have like certain things that they do exclusively within those houses. So it could. I know it is part of it.
So in Hufflepuff, you get to eat snacks, and then everybody else gets to do cool missions. Cool. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, apparently whatever house you're in doesn't really matter. The wand you choose doesn't really matter. What else? The brooms don't really matter. I believe you could upgrade the appearance of them, but not, you're not getting no Fireball 2001, like stuff like that. The Nimbus, sorry.
You're getting a Comet 1890.
Comet 1890. You lost Johnny. Johnny's like, a what?
No, yeah, you're getting like the old Hogwarts. You're not getting
una cola. You're getting una cola. You're not getting.
This is when flying brooms were just starting out, and you're not getting no freaking Lamborghini. You're getting
the horse and buggy version.
Yep, you're getting a freaking Ford Model T.
A clean sweep 1890.
But yeah, the game is amazing. For sure.
Oh, I can't wait to play.
So, I know you have them, so I'm not going to try to remember them. What are the dates for release of the systems?
So I'm glad you asked because I have them pulled up. But February 10th is the official date of just everyone worldwide. That's when you have the regular edition. February 7th is the the deluxe, and the collector's edition is 72 hours before early access. And April 4th, 2023 is older gen consoles rather, PS4 and Xbox One. And then July 25th, which is the furthest one out, is for Nintendo Switch. I know a lot of people have Nintendo Switches and they're hating on life right now, but I'm sure it will be worth the wait.
I think it will be. Or they will suck it up and buy a new system.
Yeah.
I was tempted and I only have to wait till April.
Yeah, I can't. I saw that this game has been my main course of action for ever since 2019, 2018.
Yeah. I remember every time it's gotten pushed back, I remember like the videos like, oh, look, now it says I remember the December 31st, 2022.
Yeah.
And then it became February.
Yeah. They pushed it back, and I remember they had Quidditch. You were able to actually play Quidditch in the early stages, but then they dropped it all together to focus more on the story and enhance more of the whole game as a whole instead of focusing on a Quidditch dynamic. But hopefully they
maybe we'll get a side quest someday of Quidditch.
Hopefully we get a DLC added to the game and we'll be able to play some Quidditch.
DLC.
DLC is basically it's additional content that you could buy or purchase. After the fact.
Gotcha. Así como estilo Sims, where you could buy like an expansion.
Yes, there you go. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. You got it.
Thank you. I was like, what is DLC? I don't even know what that is.
But the excuse that why we don't have or at least in the game, why we don't have Quidditch is because there was an accident the year before. So the famous headmaster Black, Phineas Nigellus Black, canceled all Quidditch matches. So no one's able to play Quidditch at all.
Oh.
Okay. At least they put it into the story.
So they do give you an excuse of why you can't play.
Do you think that I don't want to ask the wrong way.
You can ask whatever you want.
No, I know, but so do you think how we all had hopes that we would be able to play together,
multiplayer?
Uh-huh.
Do you think that is did that make you sad knowing that you couldn't play with other people?
I was just as impressed as everyone else in the world. I mean,
yeah.
When you think of Hogwarts, right? School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, from the books, from the movies, you think of family, you think of friendship, you think of compadres, you think of going to potions class and sitting next to your friend, going to the Great Hall, sitting and eating around with your friend, playing Quidditch with your friend. Everything is tied up around friendship. And for it to not have that dynamic and your friends are robots, it's freaking depressing.
I just wanted to run around Hogwarts with Paula.
I know. I was gonna go and hang out with Johnny and see maybe go check out
murdering
people, burning down the house.
No, and I know you guys would love to hang out in the room of requirements and just feed the Fantastic Beast and move your room around. And
I would absolutely love feeding the critters.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
I shared a video of me saving a snake. Did you see it, Dani?
No, I haven't.
It's in my stories. It might be gone now, but a couple people had messaged me and were like, "I cannot believe that you touched that." And I was like, "You don't understand.
You have reptiles in here. You own reptiles.
I have reptiles."
You're definitely a Hufflepuff, heart of heart.
100%. Yeah. Hansel, I'm like Hansel's nightmare basically, because if there's possums and stuff outside, I even bring the kids
oh my,
come look. Hansel's like, that thing's gonna attack you. I'm like, it's not gonna attack. Look at it, it's just coming to eat the barbecue grease. We have a possum that every time we barbecue, he comes back and cleans out the drip tray.
You never have to clean up.
Never. Yeah. He comes and he gets his belly nice and warm with that little grease, and he's happy. And we don't have to clean it out. So
that's hilarious. No, it's like what is it? A symbiotic relationship?
Yeah. Like we just, Hansel's like, we have the story of like Hansel once put on a shoe at my mom's house. And he said, man, the weirdest thing, when I sit down, I feel like my toe twitching. And I was like, what? He's like, when I stand up, I don't feel anything. But when I sit down, my toe is like twitching. And I was like, I feel like you probably have something in your shoe. Like, he took off his shoe and a freaking frog came out. He was like,
oh, hell.
Only your house.
It was at my mom's house, actually. We didn't live here yet, but he was traumatized. And now he always checks his shoes.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, though. The animals here are wild, but yeah, Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogwarts Legacy, y'all.
Also has spiders.
Yes, arachnophobia is a real thing.
So, do you know how many side quests there are, or not really?
If I had the time, I could definitely find you the exact hours and everything. I believe rough estimate.
I know it's like 35 and 72 or something like that. Yeah, it's like
you got it.
Full, but with side quests, it's like 72.
I also need to know what level are you playing on that is the hours, because I feel like I'm gonna at least triple that.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's definitely a lot to do. And we're not even I haven't even gotten into the side quests because I'm just roaming around all Hogwarts and getting lost. I literally went all the way to the astronomy tower, RIP my boy Dumbledore, but
that's so cool. Like, I can't wait to do all that stuff. Like, I think I'd spend the first week just wandering. Probably.
I would recommend to go through the missions up until you get the broom, so you could at least fly around, because walking to the boathouse was so annoying. And you have to just walk back and forth, and it's just okay, I need a broom for this.
You're like, I need a broom.
I need a broom.
No, to get the broom first.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
So you don't start off with a broom?
No. Remember, you're a fifth year.
I'm gonna be so tired.
Yeah, you're a fifth year student who just arrived to Hogwarts. Never once has seen magic, kind of he's just a fifth. Yeah, he's starting off as a fifth year and just being sorted into his house. Typically, you're getting sorted on your first year, and so he has to catch up to everyone. And that's where he starts learning all these spells really quickly. The only reason he got not invited, but I guess he got invited to Hogwarts was because he has ancient magic within him, so he could kind of see ancient magic and all of that. And so he's thanks to the Ministry of Magic, he's able to learn all these things super fast. I'm not gonna get too into it, but
you can tell that you're saying too much? Is it too much? Am I saying?
Yeah, we are really excited to experience it all.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I'm excited to watch your videos because, I feel like they're going to be instructional as well.
I hope so.
We're going to be able to see your face, right? Because I feel like without reaction.
What I'm doing now is I'll have my face in and around the video, but when it's two characters talking, I want to stay off the frame, so that way you guys are able to see the full thing. And then when I have a comment here or there, I pop up.
You just pop in.
Yeah, nice. I'll pop up oh man, that was crazy.
Are you gonna do the fancy green screen, where it's just you're cut out in front of the screen?
Oh no! This right here is exactly what you're gonna see. All of this. I might have some boxes in the back. If you might see them too.
So yeah, I always watch videos with the kids and stuff, they're YouTubers, and they watch. They have the fancy cutout of themselves that looks kind of like your cover photo from the first video, like you're like cut out
Yeah.
into the
Yeah, no, big shout out to Hector. Oh my goodness. So that whole thing, like that whole thumbnail I did, but I wanted something more. And I'm like,
you want to
Hector,
elevate it.
I'm like, Hector, what can we do here? Like, what do you think we should do? This and that. And he's like, I was trying to find out how to do the whole border situation. And he's like, just send it over to me and I'll have it done in a couple hours. And he sent me like the whole border, the green border, that was all him. The outlining of me, that was all him. He's super talented guy.
I know.
To me, he's the best photographer that the Wizarding world has.
And should relocate to Florida.
Yes, which I have told him multiple times. I'm trying to I feel like LeBron James over here, like a free agency, trying to like bring everyone into like let's all go back. Yeah, everyone come. Yep. Taking my talents.
Well, why don't we wrap up? Just so you don't have to keep trying to hide your secrets.
It's hard.
It is. And then our next episode, we're actually going to have our friend Julie on, who has been like counting down the days. And we are going to have her on to talk about the game once it's released and once we've all played.
Love it.
So where can people find you to follow all your amazing content about not just Hogwarts Legacy, but all of the things?
Yeah, so people can find me on The Collecting Wizard, on Instagram, YouTube, and since my name is too long for Twitter, I put The Collecting WZ, or WIZ, something like that. The Collecting Wiz. But aside from that, yeah, that's pretty much it. The Collecting Wizard on all things possible.
Nice. And then, Paula, where can you be found?
I am on Instagram, Unconceivable. You can also find me on TikTok, sometimes, occasionally. And I will be on YouTube as well once I start playing.
Oh, that sounds
We'll
fun.
see. They won't be as fancy as Johnny's.
Stop.
And
I don't even think mine is fancy at all.
Then I am Mandrakes at Mischief and Creating Magic Podcast. You can find us on all the things. For Twitter, we are Creating Magic PC because we also have too long of a name. But any last things you want to say before we sign off?
No, just the game's awesome. I hope everyone's ready. I hope everyone takes a good nap, a good sleep, gets prepped up, drinks a lot of coffee, a lot of Red Bull for the game because it's a long one and it's gonna be a lot of hours just roaming around all the Harry Potter filming locations, being part of like inside this virtual reality. So be ready.
I'm so excited. And until next time, keep creating.
With another clever idea to get us killed, or worse, expelled.